Tonight, we are learning more about the suspect that shot and killed 19 students and 2 teachers at a Texas elementary school yesterday. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest from Uvalde, Texas.
Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, now the epicenter of grief and heartbreak after authorities say the alleged gunman, an 18-year-old armed with an AR-15 style weapon, stormed inside of a classroom, barricaded himself inside, and opened fire on students and teachers.
I just don't understand how people could sell that type of a gun to a kid, to an 18-year-old. Like, what is he going to use it for? But for that purpose.
Authorities say Salvador Ramos had just turned 18 on May 16th. Days later, he bought 2 AR-15 style rifles. His grandfather telling ABC's Matt Gutman he had no idea the weapons had been purchased and didn't know what Ramos had planned.
I didn't know he had weapons or nothing or this or that there. If I would have known, I would have reported him.
What President Biden described as carnage in that school, police say began with a gunman allegedly shooting his own grandmother in the forehead. She did survive, but authorities say he stole her truck from the home, crashed it outside of Robb Elementary, emerged from his car wearing body armor, and then shot a school police officer who responded.
When he sees the students and our teacher, that's when he starts shooting at the window.
In the days leading up to the attack, authorities say the gunman reportedly sent pictures and videos of guns to users on various social media platforms. Several users also telling ABC News the suspect had been abusing animals and showing pictures of that abuse to others on social media. This afternoon, Governor Greg Abbott elaborating on the case, saying the suspect had no known mental health issues. Abbott adding that the suspect made no mention that he was going to do anything until about 30 minutes before the attacks.
Posted by the gunman on Facebook approximately 30 minutes before reaching the school. He said, "I'm going to shoot my grandmother." The second post was, "I shot my grandmother."
And according to a spokesperson for Meta, the messages that Governor Greg Abbott described during the press conference were one-to-one text messages that weren't discovered until after this terrible tragedy occurred. Meta going on to say that they're working with law enforcement on their investigation. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Uvalde, Texas.
And as the families mourn the loss of their loved ones in this shooting, many are calling on Congress to take action now to stop another shooting like this from happening. ABC's Justin Finch has more from Washington.
Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, now the site of the second deadliest elementary school shooting in U.S. history.
We just hear all kinds of gunshots going off.
Heartbroken families and local leaders now demanding lawmakers do something. At a press conference, Democratic candidate for Governor Beto O'Rourke interrupting Texas Governor Greg Abbott, demanding he do more to prevent mass shootings in the state.
Sit down and don't play this stuff.
One Texas state senator says efforts to pass red flag laws to remove weapons from those who present a danger have failed.
I filed a red flag bill last session. It went nowhere in a Republican-controlled state Congress.
On Capitol Hill, House Democrats have passed bills expanding background checks for gun show and online weapon sales and extending the background review period to 10 days. Today, signs the Senate could cross party lines to make change.
If we can't get 70 or 75 senators that won't vote to have a common sense protection of your children and grandchildren, what in the world are we here for?
In the Senate, it takes 60 votes to pass most legislation. Members could vote on a domestic terrorism bill as soon as this week. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says it will put Senate Republicans on record after deadly mass shootings in Buffalo, New York, and now Uvalde.
Too many members on the other side of the aisle are disconnected from the suffering of the American people.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell offering Uvalde families condolences, but making no mention of new gun legislation.
And because of this maniac, at least 19 of these kids never made it home.
Just hours after the Uvalde school shootings, lawmakers on Capitol Hill still appear pretty far apart on gun legislation. The president applying pressure in a tweet saying those who obstruct, delay, or block common sense gun laws will not be forgotten. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.